Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Caffeine and Encrypted, and we're back with more workers and resources, Soviet Republic. So I skipped time a little bit, probably a few months during the winter, and I just gave the construction offices a bit of time to finish upgrading these roads. So now we have concrete highway, concrete connection. They finished building the rail construction office, the train depot, the fuel station. Nothing here, and just pretty much continue upgrading the roads. Today we are actually going to do a bit more planning and a bit more building. So let's get right into it. So step number one, I want to get the rail construction office going, so we can start building those rails. We have about 56,000, and we get on an average about 7,000 from our exports. And if I look on our bauxite storage, it's sitting around 1600, which is pretty good. So we have a lot of money in here. So if we look on our resources, that has a value of about 110,000. At the moment, we're not really owing anything, and our imports, they range about 4 to 5,000. So we have a very decent surplus. Obviously, we utilize foreign manpower as well, but we are still doing a bunch of building. That cost of steel is quite high. I just want to see how we're going here. So this is assigned, and this is assigned. I want to get the gravel processing plant going on this episode, so we can start upgrading everything into gravel, start expanding, all those good things, because we are actually using gravel for the construction for the rails. Now, a little while ago, we did buy the track maker. So I'll grab this one. I need an open hull. And what I wanted to do, I wanted to go here. I wanted to load any vehicles that it can. And then I wanted to go here and unload any vehicles it can. Start. So when we bought the truck builder, we bought it in a disassembled state, so it can fit on top of a truck. So the truck now will go, pick it up, put it on the back, take it to the railway. And there it is, the AGMU. Now we have a few other vehicles in here. We have 4 hopper cars on the train, but those we cannot release yet. We have no way of picking those up. We don't have any ships or anything that can carry them. So we need to get one of these lines going so we can connect it with a train station over here. Very good. Now, each machine, so this will try to start building those. Each machine requires workers to work, as well as power and fuel. So they should start filling this up in a minute. I think I have it assigned to the distro center. We can quickly check if we scroll down. Yes. So you're connected to this distro center, which is for fuel. And you are also connected to this one, so they can bring miscellaneous resources. Okay, that's good. What is the open track? You are the one. No, you're done with this. Go back to this. Now, we will need some gravel to get this going and some people. So we need a bus and we need a truck. We have a little bit of people surplus over here. And most of our building doesn't require people. And let's set up another distribution office. So for now, I'll just place it here. Again, most of these are temporary. Getting some fuel, good. And we had the situation report for an epidemic. Ministry of Health is warning about the increasing amount of sick citizens. For now, it seems that the infected is not affecting health of patients seriously. Is not very infectious. Okay. Just long duration, so things are actually changing, and the health of our citizens will be a bit more at risk. Not that we have any at the moment, but you know. Now, while we're getting those things ready, let's move you over here. And I want you to maintain this at 30%. And I want you to go here and load gravel until I can produce my own. So this will be the cheaper solution for now. You can carry 52 people. 50% of that will be 26. So 40% will be the closest to 20. Let's go with 40%. So let's go make a new stop. Go here, pick up 40% of the people. And then go here and unload. And start. Schedule. This one. Start this one as well and give them a bit of line spacing. Now I want to rename the line. The line will be large custom to rail track. Yes. So at least that way I know easily where they're going. The more we build permanent buildings, like the more we set up things, the more we will focus on renaming things so we know where they are. Because we have a very big map we're working with and things will get interesting. Should I allow this stuff here? Because I do want to start bringing people, but not before I have trains. Okay, so they can do this, they can do this. They can allow the roads. These ones. So for a fire station, we will need to supply it with fuel. So you will have one more place to give fuel, okay? And what's wrong with you? You need power. Ah, yes. So bringing power here, that's another thing we need to deal with soon. First, we need to get this going. So this has 20 people, and it will start going out. I want to see how many the bus will bring. When the 20 people finish for their day, this will stop. If it takes too long for new people to come in, this will just loop back here. So you can imagine if it's down here, they will just teleport here and spend time going out there again. That's why it needs a constant stream of rails. So let's see. What do I want them to build? So I want only a single line for now. So let's say suspend all of this so I can manually select what I want. So we will start with the one on the outside. You will continue here. You will need to do this. See, this one is now idle. You're bringing 23 people. Let's hope. Yeah, it started going back. It wasn't fast enough. Well, thankfully this is close enough. Outgoing on resources, we're going okay. On this, I'm keeping auto search on because I don't want to have to go chase the rails. And since I know that these I won't build in a sequential way, it's fine. So all of this is going good. Let's have a look on our quarries here. Anything else to allow? Yep, allow this stuff. Good, they are finishing this one. Perfect. I will not build this yet. This will have to wait. And that's the other thing. For putting out fires, we will need people over here on the fire station. And we'll need a fire engine. But I will not spend that money just yet. We can always take a loan. It won't cause much of a problem, actually, because we do have an income. So we'll see. So the first key thing I want to do is I want to bring power on this area. And to do that, I need a big transformer. And this has two sides, so I think they can pass through, which will be good for what I want to do. I guess I can put it close to this entrance. Let's just give it a bit of space. And that goes underground, so I am not too concerned. Perfect. Allocate all of that. Now let's take a loan so we can speed things up. I will take 100,000. And I will take it for 5 years. Well, we're making progress with the train lines here. I'm happy about that. So we know about the electricity problem. But that's okay. This is still pretty full. Getting some fuel. Most of those are idle. No power supply means those cannot load. Interesting. So I should actually go here and say this is a high priority. And then this is a very high priority. And so is this. And they can reach all of those, right? They cannot reach this because they need to do the road, so the road is a high priority. You are a high priority. I wonder, since they cannot reach any of these, is it worth upgrading the road? Not really, because nothing really passes through here. Like, upgrading this potentially would be interesting, but I think I will just remove this access altogether and just keep this. I don't need 2 exits here. This one is ready to operate, and it does have a power connection down here, so that's good. So when things actually work, you're up to 41. How are we going here? Slow. I will not assign anything else for now over here. We don't need it. But since we have the money, let's just get fire truck. Let's get this one. Speed 10, so it needs 10 people to operate. It's okay. Obviously, without power, it will not operate. Yes. Here, can they reach this? You need concrete, gravel, asphalt, and steel. Of course you need steel. Everything needs steel. They can build that road. Okay, looks like our gravel storage is ready. So let's say I want you to store gravel. Yes. Let's make sure we have the right thing. Loading. So these will be gravel truck load. Will make easier figuring out the lines. This is a small aggregate with loading for stones. So quarry, stone, storage 01. Yep. And you will become quarry, stone, truck, load. There we Good. How are we going with the power stuff? We're very, very slowly getting there. I assign you to construction office yet? Not yet. Okay. Well, while we're waiting, let's plan for our next move. Steel is costing us an arm and a leg, so I want to find some iron. So we have iron down here, which seems to be on this mountainside, I think. Ooh, that's a lot of iron. Horrible hill. What about up here? Oh, that's flat. Ah, this is good. This is very, very good. This I like. Okay, well, let's start planning, I guess. And it's close to a river as well. So this will be nice for cargo ships. How much do you produce? You can have up to 250 workers. And you can produce 4 tons of iron ore a day. And you can only store 20, so you definitely need a place to store it. I think 63, 64 is the most I'm going to get. So let's place you over here. Then I want large aggregate storage, I guess. So let's place you this way. So the road is here. Let's say the road goes here. And you go there. Now you have a storage of 20, you will fit into this when you have workers. Well, you cannot store too much in you, so I don't need a conveyor belt in between this and this. But I definitely need a conveyor belt in between this, which will be iron ore storage 01, and the processing plant. So 200 tons of steel. Oh boy. So this is definitely not based on any ratios. It's just a temporary solution to get my own production of steel going. I think here is the right place for this. Let's say you can connect over here. Don't really need that footpath, so let's just remove it for now. Same with that little one. Okay. Now, for the next step, for a steel mill, I need iron and coal. And you can produce 43 steel maximum a day with 500 workers. And that's a lot of pollution. So you, I can bring things with a train. So that might be the solution for you. Probably I won't have this near this at all. I'll probably bring the coal and the iron to this plant far, far away. So I'll need to think of train lines. And also I said here, I don't want a direct connection, but instead I want a conveyor belt. So turn around. So let's say, let's go this way. Okay. Not the best, not the worst. So let's put the electric substation here. I want to connect it on this junction. Come on. Come on. Okay. Thank you. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the steel mill needs a high power connection, not a medium one. So that will be interesting. So we have a temporary mine and processing plant here, and we want to hook this up with our highway. So our highway down here will need to go up and connect. So I should probably work with this first. So let's follow the natural curves of the mountain. And yes, this will cost a lot of gravel to build. So we're moving away from this mountain. Next thing is oil. I suspect we're gonna have a bunch of oil over here. Yeah. So we will definitely have a connection going out of here into an oil depot, which will probably span across this. This is beautiful for oil over here. So we will definitely have a second line just to get that oil. That, and now cancel the middle road. Ooh, what happened here? And that was all. Yes, yes. Perfect. Let's see what's happening with power, because money is tanking. So they are digging these, just need a little bit of electronics. You're not assigned to anything, but all the stuff around are, so now they can build this. And then I will have power. What about here? Do the roads and do the processing plan? Yes. I stopped them from doing the hospital because that's not necessary immediately. Let's enable this stuff. Turn this off. Well, now that this one is here, let's start planning for the actual substations. So ideally, I want to capture as many of those as I can. Then I should be able to snap this here, just so I can bring the cable over. So this will have 7, so I can have easily 2 of them, maybe 3. I need another one up here to accommodate for all the housing and the other infrastructure. So I need the road going up. So I want to get all of these top buildings. So you can go right about here. Now I will give 2.35 to each one of those. Oh, I can even pass it in front of this. Yes. So you can go here. I don't want you to connect to this. I want you to go there. So this side by itself can go here. I guess this one can go next to it. I could go with underground cables, but I'd rather not in this case. So I'll bring you here for now and connect that. And then I will bring this down here and then connect that. How's that? That looks good. Yes. So that should power all of these things. Yep, you guys can do that. Yep, accept all of that. Okay. So that will be the power. Now there is another key thing here we need to plan for is heating. And we said the other time that houses, they have a water tank of 17 cubic meters. And it's not just those, it's everything else as well. If I try to put a substation, will you show me how much I have? Show me the distance, but you don't show me the load. Well, we'll go with the big one. There's no point going small on this stuff. squeeze you here. Right next to the road. So that should be one that can deal with all of this. So that will be 300. Small heating plant creates a lot of gigajoules. Water tank 1000. And you need 30 people. Oh, that's the small one. You can only hit 210. This one can do 1000. So we're gonna go with the big one. This has a pollution, environmental pollution of 26.5, which is a lot. So people will be very grumpy about it. So I think I will place that somewhere down here. And from here, we're going to use a heating pipe. Underground one, 100%. So expensive. 70 tons of steel. Wow. Just to make sure, 300 cubic per hour. I don't know what's the difference between the two. I think you can actually build this one underground too. But this one looks more specific to underground. So we'll just go and do that. So queue that. I'm not going to assign it to anything yet because we are nowhere near that stage. But I do want to assign the monument. Come on, can someone build the monument, please? Thank you. The roads are almost there over here. What are we missing? We are missing some people, so bus should be here soon. Just need people. And this is almost done. And this connection needs a little bit of electronic. Okay, we are pretty much there. How are we going on the rails? Okay, so the rails are progressing very slowly, but they are progressing. I don't have a lot of people either, and I think the fact that it doesn't have power actually makes it go slower. Now, there is yet another thing that I want to plan for, and that's a farm. And I do not know where I want to place the farm, but I need to see where we have resources. So, this area over here looks relatively empty. There is no uranium, there is no oil or iron or coal or bauxite. Yep. Okay. So, this looks like a decent place for farms. Okay, after a bit of thinking, I think I will actually make it down here. And the reason for that is it will be the shortest connection to the custom, so I can sell things, and then I can use the same line to connect it with the rest of my main, for now, connection. So, let's plan. For now, I don't want to produce enough to sell, I want to produce enough to feed my people. So we definitely want a farm. So the difference is the amount of vehicles. If we go with a small one, what do they cost? Okay, so the large is definitely big. The medium... I'm kind of thinking of setting up a medium one. For 12 vehicles. So 12 vehicles would be 6 harvesters and 6 tractors. Let's start with a small one. So let's say I want to place these right about... let's say back here. Then I want a gravel road connecting to this. So give this a little bit of space, because we will need to bring people to this factory to actually make the food. And early on I should be able to do it with foreign workers. I mean, they're not the best, but they're not the worst either. So that's the crops. Then I need a grain storage. Now, the way the farm works, the farm will feed this as a storage, but the storage will not feed the factory. If I put them together, they will feed each other, which is what I want. So let's place the food factory here. Let's connect the road over here. Why is there a food? That, thank you. So, food factory, what do you need? You need crops and water. Oh yes, water for the town too. It's another important thing. You need 170 workers. Yeah. Not happening. And later we'll need to expand it to other things, but for now, just basic food. So we can go with big fields. Where am I going to squeeze those is the question. So I will have 6 vehicles. 3 will be harvesters, 3 will be tractors. So I should be able to accommodate at least 9 big farms, I think. Let's test. So let's place 1, 2, 3. Now I will need a distribution center here to pick up everything. Do I want it down here? Do I want it up there? Well, I have the room here and there is nothing else, so... Should I build a real one? How much does a real one cost? Five vehicles, 12. No, 5 vehicles is doable. So let's do one of them. I will definitely need something to give them fuel. So a real gas station. I'm gonna place this... Do I place this across or do I put it up here? Probably up here because I'll be bringing things in and out of here. So you can connect on this little junction. Actually, go here. Bring this road down. As a shortcut, connect this so they all have access to it. So you will produce food. The silo only takes crops, right? Yes. So if I was to place that here, yeah, they wouldn't pick from each other. Because normally the factory is meant to pool. I don't think this one does. Money is going up and down again, but we are in the positive, so I can live with that. And I need to start making alcohol as well, since that will cost crops. Well, if I can squeeze these, I don't know if it will try to load balance it, probably. Okay, this is how this will happen. Distillery will go next door. And then I'm gonna put a grain storage next to it. Because these should have... will it pull from it? That's the part I do not know. I think it will. Now, train. So, since these will be picking everything up, they will need to bring it somewhere. One of them, I will keep this fed. So I'll just call this... beer crops, so we know. Cargo train is relatively cheap, cheaper than I expected. So I guess probably place you right about here. The thing I do not know is how much each one of those produces and how many silos I need. Good. And the good thing is I can buy the vehicles from here and they can go there. That's fine. They all get fuel over there. So you will use crops to make alcohol as well. And that works because if I have excess, then I can go into animals and other stuff. So these we can only work in the beginning of the year. So we only have one chance per year to work on them. So not too worried about traffic or other things like that. But train line. So I'm going to get you to go here. So I have a bit of space. Now you will branch off on this side. Okay, that can go here. Let's make a crossing. Crossing from here. Make it a nice large one. Same with this, so this is omnidirectional. Go, 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 go. Then they will merge into one based on the signal. And I'll put more signals to queue things as I want. Because I only want one in, one out. I don't want any crazy throughput here. Not yet, at least. Now, this is just to sell. To feed my people, I have a beautiful train line here. I don't know what the traffic will be on this. Does it matter? Not really. So you can go all the way, yeah, but you will have to cross the highway, and that part does matter. No, don't put that there. No, no. Can I get a second one next to it? Yes. So I have two directions here as well. So they can go in and come out based on the signals. So this will continue. So I need this third line to actually merge with these ones. So let's say here. Not my best work, but it works. So I'm pretty sure this is very far, so actually what is it? So if I was to level the terrain, it's too far, it's too far. So my bulldozer can only reach up to here. And I will see what I will set up over here, how I'm gonna take advantage of this area. So this will need its own construction site. What else is down here? Oil is far, there is no uranium here, and coal is very far. Okay, so nothing. So power. So we're using a bit already. Temperature in the building is too low. Yes, we haven't set any of that. We are getting the shopping center ready. Why there 60? Ah, yeah. Because it needs a lot of people. Is it progressing? Yes, it's slowly, but it is. How is this side of the world going? Let's enable all of those. We're almost ready to start getting our own gravel. Probably a bit slower than I originally wanted, but it's never too late. Okay. So that's the thing. Now, for this, I will need to have coal and coal as well to keep it running. How do I plan on doing that? I think this has a conveyor belt. So what is my aggregate storage? Do I need a large or a small one? $170, and you use 2 tons a day. You're really not using much. Actually, I'm using... Is this a small or a big one? Oh, it's a big one. You're using 8 tons a day. So 870 is almost 100 days. That's plenty. Okay, so a medium one is perfect for you. Or a small, I should say. There's no medium. So I need to be able to bring coal from up there down here and feed it into this. I can easily do it through the highway. I don't need the train for that. I don't think I do. Because 100 days is plenty. I'm going to place you right about here. I will give this a connection to this road. So you can go there. And they will only pull things when they need it from the storage, which is okay. And since I will need to unload into this, I will do it with trucks, at least for now. I will need the truck unloader. Truck unloading. But I don't want to do it from that, so... Come on. You can go there. Take this out. I'd rather use this segment. I don't want to use the highway for any of that. Too much traffic for the highway. Okay. Enable that. They can build the road. And that's it. So I will bring coal here, stockpile it, and burn it from this. I think by year 1965 is where I will actually utilize people, like when I will actually bring real people in. So we have those things happening. We have a pool, we have a pub. We don't have any kindergartens or schools. So you accommodate 100 children. I don't know if 1 or 2 is necessary. But they need to be within reach. So the distance from here to here is about, what, 200-ish? So let's place one here. And you can get the heating as well, which is good. So let me move it back a little bit. Okay, this will be perfect. And let's just connect this with a footpath on this side. So that's the schools. Now, water is another thing, so we'll probably do water on the next episode. Is there anything else I want to do on this one before we wrap it up? Wood. We need people, and we don't really use wood. We use a little bit of boards, but we need to convert them into prefabs, which needs concrete, so not really. So that's going. Are you going with the... Ooh, this is progressing. I'm almost there. Almost time to make money. Everything here is good. Yep, just need to finish with this little piece of road so I can enable the stone quarry. I will need vehicles, of course. Okay, what I will do is I will let them continue building through winter, since there's not much we can do during winter yet. So I will take advantage of November, December, January, and half of February to do building. I will not queue up anything new, and I will catch you all on the next episode after the winter is over. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to drop a comment and all the other fun stuff. See you in the next one.